What's good, Rara family? You know what it is. It's your boy Twin World. I am back with another video reaction. Today, I'll be reacting to SEAL Master Chief recounts battle that earned him a Medal of Honor, man. So this was requested from you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. So this, like as usual, how you got so many soldiers out here that fight for their life to protect the country, man, that we stand, some live and some don't make it at all, But, it's good to hear their story, what they've been through, what they did, so to overcome this, But before I click on this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Don't forget to click on that notification bell to not miss an upload that I post on my social media site. Will be in the description down below, and this actual video will be in the link in the description down below. Please subscribe, because you already know this channel is also lit. You feel what I'm saying? We're on the road to 11K, and I appreciate every last one of you guys. Love you guys so much, man. But enough is said. Let's just get to this video, bruh, without further ado.
So Operation Anaconda was 6 months after 9/11. My team's mission that day was to put in an overwatch position supporting conventional forces in the valley below. Through a series of changes to our mission, we landed on top of the mountain.
And these missions that they do is like sometimes scary, man. I just imagining what they thinking, how they gonna do this, how they, to make they ways around with this thing, come together.
As soon as we landed, our helicopter came under RPG, rocket propelled grenade fire, and heavy machine gun fire. One of my teammates during that, when all that commotion was going on, fell from the helicopter, and that was Neil Roberts. Our helicopter was airborne when he fell out, and
Dang, it's scary to hear that RPG just hit and Neil Roberts fall off a helicopter. Like, that's scary, man. To just see something like that, man.
Helicopter, through a great effort of the air crew, we crash landed in the enemy territory in the valley below. After we secured that helicopter, made it safe, I made the decision that we were going to make a immediate rescue attempt to go back and get Neil. And it was then that I led the team back up on top of that mountain, made several attempts.
And that's what they say. You can never leave a man behind. Even if they're dead, you still gotta bring them with you, man. It's because they're a part of what you are, So even if they dead, you still have to bring them with you, man. Man, I hate just to hear stuff like that. What these guys just fighting for, man. But that's why I appreciate you guys for just staying strong for us. We staying strong. We praying for you guys.
Assaults on enemy fighting positions using hand grenades and other bombs from aircraft very close to my position to effect that rescue. So the battle all in total was about 23 hours. The actual combat piece of that was probably about...
And you can tell the guy right here, he's like, it's tough for him to speak about something like that, especially you just telling a story, man. It's heartbreaking, man. It's just, you don't want to bring back that memory that you experienced, So you can tell in this guy's face that he going through that in a mental state,
14. When we crash landed in the valley and had to call another helicopter to come pick us up, and my mission at that point, originally I had my first mission was observation post. Second mission then becomes rescuing my teammate. Third mission was now the rescue of that air crew. So that's what I did first.
And I appreciate you guys, man, just letting me know and supporting me of watching like reacting to these kind of videos because I never reacted to these kind of videos before, you know, and I just, dang, you got bugs all up in this joint, in this basement. Oh well. But I just appreciate that, man. Just to see, like, just to hear how what's going on in the Marine Corps and whatever, you know, SEALs. So I appreciate that.
That air crew got them to a safe location. To do that, I had to get another helicopter. From that safe location, then I could turn my attention towards Neil. And I had some information that Neil was still, he was alive. So, thinking through this, if those people that are in command, that you have a burden, you have a responsibility towards your people. And I knew Neil was in trouble. I knew.
See, that's the exact like what I was just saying earlier. Like you are responsible for for that person, man. You like when you gotta go grab them. So that's your like you taking that responsibility. But you know it's a risk as well. But you still have to get your person, man. You got to.
He was in the midst of the enemy, a numerically superior force, numerically superior to me. They had me outgunned. They were at extreme altitudes. We were in extreme temperatures, and pretty much operating at the extreme end of all our aircraft capabilities. So a lot of things were not going in our favor. But I didn't think that I could wait until that time when things were in our favor. I didn't think my teammate had that time. So as you can imagine, quite a very difficult decision to make. I knew at the time going back up there was going to be a one-way trip for me. So,
Man, I could just tell in his eyes and his speech, you know, it's hard for him to discuss them things, man. I just can feel it. And like how he feeling, I just can feel it in him, man. Man, it's hard to talk about stuff like that.
I'm sitting in this helicopter, my second helicopter of the evening, thinking through the process, the decision to go back. And as you can imagine, a lot of things going through my mind. And this one thought kept coming back to me. And this thought in my head was the opening lines of the Boy Scout Oath. On my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty. On my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty. On my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty. Finally, I started listening to it, that I have not done my best yet to go get my teammate. So I made the decision that I'm going to go get my teammate.
Yep, he made that decision. That should be when you in a situation like that, even though like damn, how I'm gonna do this? I gotta figure something out. He just right there on his own on that post. So and his life is being threatened right now. So what should I do? You come up with a game plan, a strategy, or something. Okay, let's just go ahead and do it. So you just setting yourself like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Just make up a type of strategy how to get your partner, man. And that's how we figure out. It's just like playing sports in a way. Like if you're losing, how you gonna do this? How you gonna do that? You know, it's just the way of strategy, man.
And I briefed my team. I looked at all of them. I said, eyes on me, eyes on me. They all looked at me. I gave them the situation, gave them the orders, and we told them we're going. It was at that time that the pilot of the first aircraft that got shot volunteered to fly us. His name was Al. Volunteered to fly us back. It's the very, very thing I needed. So grateful that he did. Great amount of courage to take this guy. I mean, he just got shot down. You know, now he's going to fly right back into exactly what he knows what he's getting into. And he did. Flew us right back. So as soon as we lifted off, I remember things getting getting very quiet, at least in my mind anyway. We're lifted off. I'm on the back of the helicopter, and I can remember got my night vision goggles on, and everything's green. Looking through my goggles, I'm looking back out the ramp, watching the countryside of Afghanistan going by, and this is when the leader has time to be alone with his thoughts. You get a few moments, and this is when my thoughts were drifting back to home, and going, they drift back to my son, and basically I'm telling them goodbye.
See, I know people had their opinions and whatever of like, but my question is like, what was the reason of like going to Afghanistan? Because you know that's a life risk to take, like especially if you stationed there over there, But I'm not sure what was the cause of being over there. In a way, I'm not sure if it's because of to see what these people was doing, what they got set up, what they had planned for, the next thing for the United States, what was going to be another terrorist attack, I don't know what was the reason for us to be over there, but I don't know. Don't bring no hate towards it, but like, I felt like if we was the threat because we was over there, that's probably because that's how the 9/11 had all started. I'm not sure, man, but yeah, it's crazy in a way, but it just something that I was thinking through. The reason why what happened in 2001, man, is it because something that was taken from out there, or it was just, I don't know, to make the terrorist attack go that way. I'm not sure, but it's a reason for everything, man. Enough, but
So, yeah, I love you. Sorry for what's to come. And that's the last I thought of it. I compartmentalized it, put it away in the back of my head. Put my mind back on task. And I'm looking out that ramp. We're sitting right next to me. The ramp has these pistons that coming up and down. And I reach over, grab that piston of that aircraft. I stick my head about half outside the aircraft to look at my mountain coming up that I'm getting ready to go fight on. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, what a majestic mountain this thing looks like. What a crazy thought about what we were about ready to get to go do, looking at this thing. But that's what I thought about it. And then we landed. We were taking heavy fire coming in, and we landed. Upon landing, I remember that same helo pilot telling me over my headset, I had a headset on, and he tells me, "Team leader, good luck." That was the last thing I remember hearing from him when I took the headset off. And the ramp was down, I ran off the ramp. As soon as I got off the ramp, the snow was much deeper on top than I thought. So my first step off the ramp, first one off, first step, I took a tumble, much like if you've ever been in snow and you step off your steps, right, and you think that next step is there and it's not, and you take a fall. I took a header right off the end of the plane, and got up off of that, wiped the snow from my face, and joined my guys, and walked up next to one of my teammates, John, and I asked John, I said, "John, what do you have?" He said, "I don't know." And then right away we started taking heavy fire from a bunker that was right in front of us. Dug in position underneath a tree at a tarp, heavy sustained machine gun fire coming out of there. That gunfire came right at us. It hit John. The bullets went through my clothes, through my pants, that went through my gear. And I dived behind a nearby rock.
hey, it come out of nowhere, shooting like that. That's why that's a being extra careful thing, cause they always watching you, man. Especially if they saw something come from the sky, they get anxious. So that's what he just started running. Let's see what's going on, you know. Oh, look like Americans, Americans, you know. That's how it is. They think, okay, they came over there to kill him, you know. He just trying to bring his teammate back home. And that's crazy, man.
And I noticed John was down. So I took a look around at all my teammates. We were taking heavy fire from three sides, certainly in front of us to my immediate left, further left and right behind us, so about 270 degrees. And as I look around, there's all these muzzle flashes from everywhere, and I'm thinking there's a lot of people up here. I look at my guys because I have to keep track of all of them, and all of them, they're engaged in their own little battles with different positions. But certainly the one that's the heaviest fire is coming from the bunker. That's right in front of me. And I realized that, hey, we got to, we're all out in the open, and there's bullets snapping by our heads, like little snapping, and you can see puffs of snow coming up all around us, and the bullets, it's pretty heavy. We're out in the open. I know I got to silence this gun for this bunker, so pull a grenade out of my pocket and run up to it as quickly as I can, throw a grenade in there, and then dives back behind the rock. Grenade goes off, shooting stops, and then starts right up again. So this time I'm going to do it again with another grenade, but make sure I'm a little bit more accurate. So I get up to the bunker that's shooting at me, and I throw the second grenade in. I can literally see it in the air hit. There's a tent underneath the tree that's there. The snow's on it. See the grenade hit. There's some snow pop up. You see it roll down right into where the muzzle flash is coming from. I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. It goes off, but the gun only stops for a second and starts shooting. So again, this point, I'm out of grenades. So I use my rifle. I should take rifle shots at the muzzle flash there. I just put my laser on it and pull the trigger. And
Yeah, man. They go through that, and these people are shooting at you, and you gotta defend your people, defend yourself. And he say he ran out of grenades, so he just had to shoot, back. But at this standpoint, if you shoot, what comes in your mind when you shoot? This what I have to do. I gotta protect my men. Give it everything I got. That's what I do for my country. Man, I know that is scary, man. Scary feeling.
that way. Then I use my 40 millimeter grenade launcher that I have, and I use that to suppress the fire, the enemy fire that's coming at us from the left and behind us, because I'm too close to the other bunker for it to work. So I use all those grenades that slow some of the enemy fire down a little bit, and I throw that gun away. Now I need to readdress the bunker where we're taking all the heavy fire from. So to do this, I'm going to do something a little different. I take my M60 gunner. It's right to my left. I take him and I put him on top of that rock, and I tell him to fire point blank down into that bunker. Shoot left, right, inflating fire into it. I'm going to come around behind him from his left, and he's going to shoot right in front of me as I'm coming into the bunker, and that's the plan. He starts shooting right away. Big flame coming out of his gun. I can feel some of the heat coming off his muzzle flash almost, and then this brass coming out of the gun. It's coming out so fast, it's really hitting me in the face, and I was like, I got to get away from that. I roll off the rock, and just as I start getting into position, an enemy grenade comes out of that bunker, blows up, and knocks my machine gunner down, and he's wounded now. So this is a time I look around at all my guys again, and I see there's still heavy amounts of fire coming in. I look over at John. I'm seeing no movement from John. He's in the exact same spot under the tree where I last saw him, and I realize that because we're out in the open, life expectancy now is going to be measured probably in seconds. So I got to do something a little different to secure this top of the mountain. So I make the command to.
Okay.
Yeah. So I realized I got to do something to something different up here. So I make the command that we're going to reposition my force just to another just over the side of the cliff. I'm going to consolidate my team, like bring them all together, and then we're going to use close air support from jets and other aircraft to suppress enemy fire. And then I'm going to reoccupy the top of the mountain. To get over there, we got to crawl because the enemy fire is pretty heavy. So to doing that, I go and I crawl over the top of John, looking for some sign of life from him, and I didn't get anything from John. So we continue to relocate to another location. I get all my guys together, and as we're getting the guys together, I take another seriously wounded guy. He gets hit in the leg, ironically, from that very same machine gun where I was just fighting, or that very same bunker. So now I got another wounded guy. So I get all our guys together in the trees, and it's really no more than probably 30 feet away from where our first engagement was. It's just now I have a little bit of terrain between me and the enemy guns, and I start calling in the close air support, which is in the form of an AC-130 gunship, and then eventually it was 500-pound bombs. Calling those in very very close to our position. By that time, a lot of the sun is starting to come up, and we're starting to have incoming enemy mortar rounds are landing very close to us. And I know they're enemy mortar rounds because the gunship reports that there's an enemy mortar firing on us. So we're in the trees, so I have to move my guys to some rocks a little bit further down the hill just to give them a little bit of cover from that fire. So from that position, I reach out, the QRF, the Quick Reaction Force, shows up, and very surprised that they come around, the helicopter comes around the side of the mountain. I remember them very suddenly flying right over the top of our position, and I can look at the bottom of the plane, the helicopter, and I can still see all the rivets on the bottom of that plane, and it dawns on me that they're going to land right on top. And so I'm trying to make radio contact with them, and as soon as I do that, they themselves come under heavy fire from on top of the mountain. So now there's contact, heavy contact again, up on top of that mountain. So I'm able to contact the second helicopter from the Quick Reaction Force and direct them to land at a safe location. From that location, they unloaded the second half of that Ranger platoon, and they proceeded up to the top of the mountain and then secured the top of the mountain. So with that mountain secured, I could put my attention towards my guys and moving them to a location where I get my wounded evacuated, and that's what we did for the rest of the day, and then defended our position throughout the remainder of the day. And that evening we were extracted back to our base.
There you have your guys, man. SEAL Master Chief's recounts battle that earned him Medal of Honor. Man, that was crazy. Like, they had to find their way out while they were still shooting at them, whatever. Like, them guys wanted them dead, man. They wanted them dead. But he found a way just to get out of there, come back safe and sound, had 2 wounded guys. Man, and it's like you have to multitask with that. You got to worry about these people, enemies that you have shooting at you while you trying to get your guys that's wounded. That's a hard thing to do. But you still got to work through it. Man, that's crazy, man. That's why I always pray. Because I had some people, my uncle, I had 2 uncles that was in the military, that fought in war, I had one uncle. He was doing Vietnam War, back in those days too, man. Damn. But I enjoyed this here video, you guys. There you have it, man. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new, because you already know this channel is also lit, man. If you got any related videos like this, make sure you guys comment down below. So, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.